starting to feel like chili pepper weather. Paimon's hungry for some fresh and fiery, spicy foods that let your taste buds have a blast. And if there's one dish that fits the bill, it's blackback perch stew. Come on, let's pay a visit to One Min Restaurant.
Well, that sounds like a good invitation. Aha.
Hey, guess who's here?
Sorry to bother you, friendo. What you up to?
Oh, no way! It's the Traveler and Paimon!
Ah, Traveler, welcome. Good to see you. What can I get for you?
All the things.
We want some blackback perch stew.
All right, blackback perch stew it is. Make yourselves at home. It'll be right out for you in just a moment.
Thanks, Chef Mao.
I was just thinking about you guys, and now you're here. It feels like you heard my call and came running.
You mean you were about to come looking for us?
Uh-huh. There's something I want to discuss with you guys. Did you happen to see how the city looked on the way over here? Everyone's getting ready for the Moon Chase Festival.
Nice.
Moon Chase Festival? Is that another one of Liyue's ancient traditions?
That's right. Moon Chase is a big festival where we celebrate the arrival of the fall by moonlight. The old folks say that thousands of years ago, this was the time of the year when the Adepti would seek the way. But it's completely different nowadays. We eat our favorite foods, spend time with friends and relatives, enjoy the moon and the flowers. So much easier. Basically, we just do all the things that people like doing and don't take a whole lot of effort.
Sounds like Paimon's kind of festival.
Sounds kind of lazy, but I'm fine with that.
With your great taste in food, Moon Chase Festival is sure to be to your liking.
Hey, if you got a problem with Paimon's taste, just spit it out.
You'll eat anything.
So are you guys free these days? I'm taking part in this year's Masterful Chefs. If possible, I'd like you to be my culinary consultants.
Sure.
That's right. Getting some suggestions from friends will broaden your horizons.
And eating all the food sounds great, but you come up with some weird shit sometimes, Shangling.
Masterful chefs, huh? So is that like a competition?
Right, yeah. I guess you probably haven't heard about it before. Every year, Moon Chase Festival has a different theme, usually picked by the Qixing. This year's theme is Feast of the Bounteous Land, so the Qixing decided to organize a cooking competition.
Feast of the Bounteous Land. Pretty much sums up what Liyue is all about. Great theme.
I totally agree. I heard it was Ningguang that came up with it. She's so amazing and so full of mystery.
Sounds like you got a crush. What do we need to do?
Well, I want to take part in the competition, but coming up with new dishes is hard work. By the time you finally thought of something, cooked it, taste tested it, it can be hard to judge whether you're really into something or not. And so, I was thinking, I could get the two of you to help by gathering everyone's thoughts on what makes a great dish. I really want to think outside the box this time. And to do that, I'm gonna need lots of different ideas from lots of different people.
Why does this feel like Food Wars all of a sudden? Not that that's a bad thing.
This'll be a piece of cake. We've got friends from all over the map, haven't we?
Traveler. Yeah, we certainly don't lack contacts, and we can't help being popular.
You sound pretty confident.
Well, you know, not to brag or anything. But first things first, let's have a delicious one-min meal. After that, we can go around to all of our friends in Liyue and get their ideas one by one.
Okay, great. Also, Golba should be back soon, so we can all go together.
Wait. Okay.
Here's your blackback perch stew, folks.
It smells so good.
Thank you, Mao.
It's my pleasure.
That was so delicious. Theory confirmed. This is definitely chili pepper weather.
Xiangling can be a bit of a handful, so please look out for her while you're out and about.
Come on, Dad. Why would you say that?
Listen, I think he understands that you're a bit of a cannibal. You know what I mean?
Because I know you all too well, my dear. That's why. You mustn't be quite so reckless when you're out in the wild, you understand? You do well to be a little more cautious, like our traveler friend.
Don't worry, we're all friends here. Let's all look out for each other.
Ah, and Gloma's back. Roly-poling around as usual.
All right, let's pack up and head out.
Do we get to see Goba? Nope, apparently not.
Time for some Luce specialties.
Tasty chop suey.
Who are we going to meet? My bet is Catching, because she was on the cover art. No, it's Hu Tao.
So, it's outside the box thinking that we're looking for, right? Hutao always seems to have a unique perspective, so let's make this our first stop.
What? My ears are burning. Did somebody say my name?
Crazy as always. But still lovable.
Yeah, it's Paimon and the Traveler. Oh, and Xiangling, too.
Hi.
Ah, of course, Hutao. Way outside the box.
Are we sure we want to get advice from her? I don't think this is gonna end well.
Meaning, you're here for some other reason, right? How might I be of assistance? Well, Hutao, I wanted to ask you, what kind of food do you like? What food I like? Off the top of my head, I don't really have an answer.
Wow, so even Hutao gets lost for words sometimes. Paimon sure didn't see that coming.
Come on, even the chirpiest birds clock out for the night, right? I'm no different.
Pretty sure clocking out isn't something birds do, but okay.
Just speak simply.
Right! There's no need to overcomplicate it. Just pick a dish and tell me what you like about it. I'm doing some market research. I see. Launching a new dish? Well, let me say right off the bat, nothing weird, okay? Some poached fish, a side of shrimp dumplings. That is all you need. Poached fish and shrimp dumplings? That's a bit ordinary, isn't it?
You know, I would think that you two would get along so well because you're both weird in your own respective ways. Xiangling really likes weird cooking, and Hu Tao just has really weird ideas when it comes to business sense.
Well, it is and it isn't. Think about it. Poached fish is hot and spicy with a powerful aroma. It's a dynamic dish. Add a side of shrimp dumplings, and there's your static component. Got it? Dynamic? Oh, I can do dynamic. Mushroom slime stew it.
No, Xiangling.
No, not that kind of dynamic. A dish is more than substance, it's a mood. Poached fish is red and spicy. It elicits a response from the eyes, ears, nose, and mouth. That's why I call it dynamic. Shrimp dumplings are more subdued, clear and smooth with a pure and subtle fragrance. I call that static. Combining dynamic and static is how you create a perfectly balanced meal. A union between opposite but complementary features coexisting in perfect harmony.
I have a feeling Xiangling still doesn't understand what you're trying to say. I think she's trying to make slimes the dynamic.
Paimon didn't follow that at all. But at the same time, it kinda sounded smart, so...
Okay, dynamic and static. Opposite, but complementary.
So is this just another way of saying you should keep everything balanced? You know, a little meat, a little veggie, a little salt, a little sugar?
Bingo! Except I don't think you need to have a sweet dish for it to be a complete meal. Personally, I always skip dessert.
How dare. This is why we can't be friends.
Okay, I think I got it. At first I thought you were just goofing around, but actually you make a really good point.
I mean, Hu Tao's weird and an airhead, but she's a very smart lady too.
How did I ever doubt you, Hutao?
Think when it comes to telling tales, the storytellers have got nothing on Hutao.
Sounds suspiciously like a compliment to me. I'll take it.
You're clearly a keen philosopher.
Uh-huh. Well, at least one of you gets it. Everything in this world runs on its own set of principles, be it the circle of life or sugar and spice. You either get it or you don't.
Since the Traveler seems to approve, I'll make sure to factor it in. Paimon thinks we're pretty much done here now. Let's head to Boo Boo Pharmacy next.
Boo Boo Pharmacy? Yeah, you'll definitely get some interesting responses over there.
Okay, off we go. Oh, I should talk to you before we leave.
If you find out anything interesting, you've got to come back and tell me about it.
Righto. Cheerio. Chi-Chi!
Oh, it's you. Is everything okay?
Yeah, it's wonderful. How you?
Why, if it isn't the special guests who seldom visit. Less busy than usual, I see.
Nice to see that the snake is doing good. I love snakes.
Yikes! What happened to Baiju's voice?
Paimon, you know about her.
Excuse me? The neck. Oh, it's just Changsheng.
It's been a while.
Welcome, welcome. Here to procure an herbal remedy, I presume?
Your voice changed since last I saw you. And I think that's quite literally what happened. I think they switched your voice actor, didn't they?
No. We actually came for the conversation this time. We're here to talk food. I'm entering this year's cooking competition, so I wanted to ask you both. Oh, wait, there's 3 of you. I wanted to ask the 3 of you what kind of food you like. Most astutely self-corrected, we shall surely supply our assistance. You need to know what food I like?
We know you're going to say coconut milk.
It's all the same. No flavor.
Chi-Chi has some gustatory dysfunction and can't taste any food. Make no mistake, she's not being uncooperative.
I'm actually not surprised. But why do you like coconut milk?
Oh, I understand. That's fine. Still, I'd expect Chi-Chi to have some sort of dietary preferences, though. There must be some dishes that you like the sensation of. Sensation? Yes. There's one. Coconut milk. Nice and cold. Well, that doesn't help us. It's not a dish, it's a drink.
Heck, if there was a drink competition, I would totally enter. I'm a former barista. I can make you a mean drink, man. Shangling, you would have no way at all to compete against me. I'm so good.
How about you two? Any thoughts? I like bite-sized morsels of meat.
I agree with Changsheng.
Okay then.
Many of our patients are the elderly and young children. They find large chunks of fowl or seafood difficult to swallow and digest. Dishes where the ingredients have been finely chopped, on the other hand, are far more suitable for them.
Makes more sense.
We also see plenty of people with colds and sore throats who find it difficult to eat rich food. From a purely pharmaceutical perspective, I tend to recommend soups and stews.
Got it. Would that be medicinal soups and stews? Medicinal soup. I don't like it.
Poor Chi-Chi.
I must apologize for having such a one-track mind. It's a little difficult to think about food without worrying about the health implications these days. We've had quite the endless stream of patients recently. If you ask me, I think the changing weather is to blame.
That's okay. Everyone's input counts. Keeping it seasonal and suitable for all ages sounds like a pretty good idea to Paimon.
Important considerations for any chef.
Medicinal dishes have higher demands in terms of nutritional balance than the kind of food I normally cook. I don't usually focus on medicinal properties, but since this is for a competition, maybe I can score more points by taking both flavor and function into account. Food with substance. Always better.
Everyone will like it. It's a great suggestion. Thanks, everyone. You're welcome. As long as we could help. It's great to have a doctor's unique perspective. I'm feeling inspired.
Oh, how you flatter me.
Receptivity to sensible suggestions make for a savvy chef. Oh, she is! Creating new dishes is
Go
Xiangling's
Ba.
favorite thing to do. You can be sure she'll put lots of care and attention into it.
Where did you come from? Have you always been there and I just didn't notice? That's creepy.
Everyone's got their hobbies, and mine is cooking. Usually I just go with my own ideas, but having a whole new perspective this time is sure to make a big difference to the end result.
Great! That makes this whole trip worth it. Alright, time to move on to the next. So we've got an independent thinker's perspective and a health perspective. Next, Paimon thinks we should probably talk to some picky eaters.
Coconut milk. Now I want coconut milk.
Food and medicine are inextricably intertwined, you know. To give a full account of all the ways in which they are connected, why, I'd have to start that story from a long, long way back.
Are we sure you're not the Dendro Archon? No, it's a girl. Huh.
Shh! Nobody was asking.
I hope you become a playable character, but I'm not so sure I like your character
Food and
design.
medicine are...
Shh!
You definitely look like you should be a playable character, though. It's so pretty. Oh, are we gonna run into Ningguang? That'd be cool. I doubt it, though. Yep, Ningguang and Beto. Neat. All of my
Oh, it's the Traveler and Paimon. And Xiangling.
all of my husband's girlfriends are here. Except for Jean. We're missing Jean.
Greetings, friends. It's been a while.
Hey, what brings you here?
How are you here when Ningguang has a warrant for your arrest? And you owe a lot of money. Does Ganyu know you're here?
Has something happened?
What's with this great big stone on the ground?
Long story. So, just to confirm, I will assume responsibility for handling this stone of unknown origin. Any objections?
None here. You know how to get things done, Kuching. As long as it's with you, I can rest easy knowing that it's in safe hands.
Should I take this to mean that you doubt the relative safety of leaving this in the hands of the Tianquan?
Huh? Well, for starters, Kuching is the one who's always out running errands, rain or shine. Besides, you don't seem to give a wooden more about this whole thing anyway, so what's it to you?
I was merely joking. You, meanwhile, seem only too ready to pounce when an opportunity to publicly lambaste me arises. Even when it means giving our poor mutual friend here the cold shoulder.
Yeah, is this a bad time? Are you guys gonna have a cat fight? I don't want to be here. I'm uncomfortable.
By no means. You wish to know about the stone, I presume. Then let me invite the great seafarer Captain Beto to tell the story, if she would be so kind.
I'm happy that you're back in the story, by the way. Again, for like the third or fourth time now.
You... Fine. Well, it's a big one, right? And such a smooth surface, too. Makes you think there's gotta be a good chunk of jade in there.
It was found by a fishing crew, not far off the coast. It must have been underwater for years, so the erosion will be what's given it that smooth finish.
Finds like this cannot be kept as private property, and must be submitted to a holder of public office. Placing it into our custody will also give them peace of mind.
Why is this stone so important? Sure, there's might be jade in it, but... You think it's gonna be that valuable, huh?
So, what's inside it? Well, we've hit it with just about every weapon we could get our hands on and haven't managed to even dent it yet.
Clearly there's more to it than meets the eye.
No weapon could smash it open. Wow. Paimon doesn't think we've ever encountered a stone like that before.
Kuching has taken an unusually keen interest in this giant stone, which is why we are leaving the matter in her capable hands.
Let's put that aside for a second. Traveler, what brings you here? Were you looking for someone?
Actually, we were looking for all of you. We need all hands on deck here.
Oh? Hopefully not
Goba.
because there's been some sort of cataclysmic event.
You are so creepy, Goba.
No, nothing like that. Paimon's just getting carried away. I just wanted to ask everyone about their food preferences.
Food preferences? That's a little unexpected.
I have rather simple tastes. Precise, pure, smart, and sophisticated. That is all I require.
That's your idea of simple, huh?
I summed up my culinary requirements in 4 words. Is that insufficiently simple for you?
A few weeks out on the open ocean would fix your flawed definition of simplicity, let me tell you that.
You guys do not get along.
What about you, Beto?
Me? If it's freshly cooked and piping hot, that floats my boat. If it's got a little chili pepper in there too, I'm one very happy captain.
Paimon thought you would have said bar food.
Oh, Paimon. Politeness would be key here. Maybe not say that.
Oh, bar food works too.
Oh, she's cool.
As for me, it's got to be seafood.
Yeah, but okay.
Okay, got it. So, seafood, piping hot, and, simple but sophisticated.
Yeah, not a lot of overlap there. I don't think you can match everything that everyone wants.
And that's where I would disagree. Traveler, surely you've heard of golden shrimp balls.
Sounds good.
Oh my, they're my favorite.
How the hell are we hearing your thoughts?
You need to wash and devein the shrimp, wrap it in finely sliced potato strips, then deep fry it to perfection. There's no room for cutting corners. They're very precisely put together. They taste pure, the presentation is smart, and the skill needed to cook them is highly sophisticated. It fits Ningguang's forward summary to the letter.
Huh. So what you're saying is, for all the frills and trills, good food is all the same at the core?
We can think of it like that.
I heartily agree. Golden shrimp balls are a prime example. Their essence lies in combining art and nutrition in a single package. It is a dish of true value.
Okay, got it. So Kuching loves golden shrimp balls.
I didn't say that. Did I? No, at least not outright.
Alrighty. Thanks for all your input. I'll be sure to take it all into consideration.
Goba, you creepy.
Traveler, Paimon, do you have anything planned after this?
Not really, but I am up for some quests.
Good. I'd like you to help me investigate something. It's about this stone.
Sounds good.
You picked the right people for the job. We investigate stuff all the time.
Oh yeah.
My thoughts exactly. The Qixing has a public duty to deliver our final verdict to the fishermen, but there are also some things I would like to investigate on a personal level. I'm sure you've become acquainted with the general background of the Moonchase Festival. However, I have my own understanding of this festival's roots. My grandfather was a researcher of Liyue's traditions. In his notes, he indicated that there was a deity called the Stove God in ancient Liyue, which people paid tribute to at a certain time of the year.
Stove God. That sounds cool.
Very few written records make mention of the Stove God, and those that do are notoriously confusing. Some scholars believe that the Stove God was just another title held by the Lord of Geo, but others suggest that this was a different deity altogether. One folktale even claims that the ancients found the Stove God's shrine, but there was no statue, only a huge, smooth slab of stone.
Huh.
Shortly after it was found, the stone was lost in transit, and it hasn't been seen since. This stone here has all the same features, so I suspect it could be the one that went missing all those years ago. After many years of researching ancient texts,
My grandfather came to believe that the practice of paying seasonal tribute to the Stove God may be best described as a festival. He called it the Stove God Festival. That would make it the forerunner to the Moon Chase Festival we know today. But this is all just theory and conjecture. To prove any of it, we'd need to start by identifying who the Stove God really was.
Cool.
Now that Rex Lapis has passed on, and Liwa has entered the age of humankind, his successors should continue to respect our nation's culture and traditions, just as he did. That's why I think the responsibility for this situation should fall to me. It's a chance to shed light on our history, revitalize an ancient tradition, and possibly prove my grandfather's hypothesis along the way. With any luck, we'll nail all three in one fell swoop. It was just a couple of days ago that we received this stone. Right after we decided to use food as the central theme for this year's festival. It makes me wonder. Maybe a divine will is at work behind all of this.
3 birds with 1 stone, huh? That's pretty efficient, even for cooking.
I have other things to do? Question mark? Oh yeah, I'm in the middle of helping Shangling, I forgot.
Hey, don't worry about that. This sounds super important, so don't mind me. Besides, we're only... Wait a second. I got it!
What? Why are you shouting?
Ka-ching, can I tag along for your investigation?
Uh-huh.
Since it's all about the Stove God, I might get to learn something useful about cooking along the way. It'll be great inspiration for me in the competition.
Are we sure the Stove God is a god of the stove? I mean, it makes sense, but... You know, it could just be... something else. An analogy, maybe?
Please, let me come along. I promise I'll help.
If it means that much to you. Okay, I suppose you can come.
Yay!
Really? Yay! Thank you so much. You're the best.
Now that that's settled, time to get going. Jingsa Village is said to be home to a lot of historical texts, so I'd like to start by making some inquiries there.
Alright, then it's off to Chingsa we go.
Ugh.
Oh, sincerely, Beidou, you misunderstand me. I have many simple pleasures. I take a stroll through Yujing Terrace and one down by the harbor every single day.
Huh. Well, everyone has their way of procrastinating, I guess.
Oh my gosh. You guys are gonna get into a huge fight.